Hey everyone, this is Nate Scott, www.asknatescott.com. Here today in Las Vegas. I told you that I was going to do it. I am here with my man YG. What's going on, bro?
Man, everything is going on. Good life.
Awesome. Very excited to be here broadcasting live to give you guys a personal, up-close interview with my man YG. He is the CEO of the YEN movement, Y-E-N, Young Entrepreneurs Network, and I'm so excited to be connected with this guy. And guys, it's just awesome how God does things, because I've already said that my mission is to create a $10 million endowment fund to foster personal growth and development and entrepreneurship. I cannot think of how I would ever accomplish that, and I'm so excited now to see a guy that's actually running hard that I can plug into and work with and continue to move that ball forward. So, bro, so happy to meet you and actually have this time we're actually connecting.
Absolutely.
You know, do me a favor, tell them a little bit about your background and where you're from.
Well, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, South Side for all you Chicagoans out there. Recently just moved to Texas about 2 years ago, Arlington, Texas. And the reason being is due to business, due to my success in business. I was in the industry, the free enterprise distribution industry for about 13 years now. And man, I was in it when I was 17 years old. You have to be 18 to sign up in the home-based business. I was just that hungry, for success. So, a friend of mine put it in their name, and when I turned 18, they handed it back over to me. And by the time I was 21, I reached a certain level of success beyond, your typical average 21-year-old who started a home-based business. And from there, I had great mentors, went through the roller coaster ride up and down, got back into the industry after I took about a 3 to 4 year hiatus, got back in, and man, my first year I was able to walk away from my corporate America job. And ever since then, the last 5-6 years, I've been living a residual lifestyle, okay? 6-figure earner, man, a couple of careers, couple of cars just all over the world, but, more than anything, all right, a wonderful team. Wonderful team of individuals, meeting individuals like you who I can just, attach myself to, and learn from individuals who've been out there. But when it comes down to this industry of network marketing, it's absolutely, been a blessing to me financially, and not just for me, for my family as well, and for those under my leadership.
Awesome. Guys, we actually had an opportunity to spend maybe an hour and a half or so on the phone. And one of the things that we realized was we got our start in the same company. ACN. American Communications Network. 13 years ago, the week I graduated from West Point, I was introduced to that world. I walked into a room, and I tell people when I'm on the stage, take away my West Point degree, take away my MBA, take away my Georgetown degree. That experience that I gained as a result of walking into that room, it gave me my first exposure to personal growth and development and entrepreneurship, and my first exposure, and here's the critical piece, to people that didn't have a scarcity mentality. I didn't care. The money wasn't it. I was going to serve in the military. I had just graduated from West Point. I was an infantry officer, and I was open. So the exciting thing was I walked away from that experience knowing that my foundation was going, because that allowed me to know that it was nothing that I could be held back from. It allowed me to pick up books, listen to books on CD, go to seminars and things like that, and pouring into myself. So, God, tell me, what do you think about personal growth and development, and how has that impacted your start to where you're at right now?
Well, you know what, rule of thumbs, it's a slogan that's always, when people mention personal development, I can't even begin to, go into explaining about or talking about personal development until I say, your income will never exceed your personal development. Which being said that, what you pour into you, all right, it's going to pour back out to you as far as in your pockets, monetary wise. And you guys, when it comes to personal development, that's everything. Personal development is absolutely, it's about building up your character, getting prepared for where you want to be, how much money you want to make. Okay, it's all mental. Putting out ideas. Okay, being innovative, being creative, sitting down, listening to individuals who've been there, done that, made money, had a certain level of success. You sit down, listening, taking all that in, and once you take it in, guess what, you guys? Applying it. Okay, getting out here and applying it, and that's all about taking action. So that personal development is everything. Who you are is determined by what you read and who you hang around with, who you associate yourself with on an everyday basis. So, I mean, when I talk about, a book collection, and we can talk for hours about a library and things of that nature, but, personal development, it starts with personal development.
No doubt. And guys, it's so funny, Pursuit of Happiness.
Wow.
The guy comes up in the red sports car and Will says, I've got 2 questions for you. What do you do and how do you do it? That right there, I tell people that's a multi-million dollar scene, you know what I'm saying? Because if you just make a habit of just doing simple things like that, seeing people that are successful, that have those remnants of success that you think are successful, and then having the balls to actually ask them about it. You know, not, you know, putting yourself in a position where you're humble enough to actually go to the person that obviously they're doing something that you're not doing. You know, so many times people miss out on things, and there are people all around that are already having success that are hungry to pull on that information.
Absolutely.
But people are too proud to actually ask.
Absolutely.
And then another thing that's great about that scene, after the guy says no, after he finds out that it's those two things, the next thing he does is says, well, I guess you got to go to college for that. So he made an assumption. And when he made that assumption, if he had just stopped right there, he would have closed the door on himself. So many people miss those opportunities because they close the door on themselves because they think it's harder than what it actually has to be. And but what's powerful about the scene, the guy tells him, no, you just got to be good with people and you got to be good with numbers. Bro, tell me about people and numbers in the business experiences that you've had and the things that you're looking to do in the future. How important are those two numbers?
It's very important. You know, people lie, numbers don't. Documentation beats conversation, man. It's just a couple of, you know, rule of thumbs in the business world. You know, I mean, you know, determining where you want to go. Okay, when I sit down and talk to somebody, I'm always wondering, you know, okay, where you want to go, because that's going to determine my level of, you know, participation in their life. You know, it's like if you're not going nowhere, then how can you even associate yourself with me? Because I'm somebody going somewhere. Somebody who's not going nowhere, guess what? They just steady going in the same circle over and over and over again, just going in a 360-degree circle. Man, I don't know about you, but you know, when it comes down to business, I was always the one that was just ready to, you know, just to kind of like take life on. You know what I mean? I'm ready for every challenge that's out there. I'm ready to put challenges out there as well. I'm ready to challenge. I'm the first to tell you, look, I'm ready to challenge your life, because in challenge your life, you grow. And once you become, you know, you get out of yourself and who you've been for the last, I don't know, 5 years in the corporate America, whatever the case may be. Once you step out of your comfort zone, what happens is you discover gifts that God has given you that you never would have imagined that you've ever had before, because you stepped out of your comfort zone. And you begin to, you know, take that journey to in unfamiliar territory. You're like, wow, what's this? What's that? Because now that new territory challenges your life in a way that, wow, okay, hold on, I got to do something different to get a different result. Okay, and that's what it's all about. And change is a wonderful thing. It's one of the other things in life that's constant. You know, and when fellow brothers and sisters come together in the business world, it's making that connection. You know, it's that like me and you. It's like making that real connection, not the fake hype, but the real type of connection, the real hype. Okay, because there's two different ones, and we're the real McCoy right here. You know, doing this interview. So, you know, it's a phenomenal thing. It's a phenomenal thing, I must say.
Outstanding. Guys, we can go on and on and on and on, but the bottom line is, I want to take an opportunity to actually give you an up close and personal touch to this young guy here, because the bottom line is, I'm so proud of him. I'm his biggest fan. You've got someone, and I've told you when I want to say it loud, when I want to put it out there, the bottom line is, whatever it is that you actually want to make happen, you got someone that actually wants to see you successful as you can be. And see, the bottom line is, God puts people in people's lives for particular reasons. I know what my purpose is. My purpose is actually making an impact. The way that he uses me started back when I was 19. When I walked around the perimeter in Desert Storm, I said, Lord, if you allow me to make it back, I'll never waste a day of my life. So when I talk about that $10 million endowment fund, that's my way of actually making that thing real on a daily basis. Remember, to live each day principle-centered based upon biblical teachings, and to be a person of value and positive influence in the lives of people within my circle of influence. Every time I get a chance to reach out to someone, I'm living out my personal mission on a daily basis. And it's not about a dollar and cents, because I know that the more people I help and the more people I serve, the more dollars are going to come my way. It's going to allow me to continue to bring him the greatest glory. So the bottom line is, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I want you to continue to push. I'm going to be your wind behind you. I'm going to continue to be pushing you along. And I want the same thing from you. Continue to raise that bar, because the more you do, the more I can do. You're a reflection of me. I'm a reflection of you, you know?
Sounds good. It's been a long time since somebody mentioned that to me. That lets you know right there. That's rare. And I honor you for that. I commend you for all of what you're not even doing now, but what you're about to do.
No doubt.
All right? Amen. And what we're going to do together to help so many people's lives, and especially it might be you watching this video right now. All right? So with that being said, hey, all I got to say is, hey, Young Entrepreneurship Network, YenMovement.com. Definitely check out the website. When it comes to that $10 million endowment fund, okay, guess what? I'm going to play a key role in that, our entire organization, the whole nine, okay? Because we go push each other.
That's right.
All right, into that next level of where we're trying to get to in life. Man, it's an honor, man. It's a touching thing right there.
No doubt.
Thing,
So you heard him again. www.yenmovement.com, www.asknatescott.com. Again, in order for me to accomplish that particular objective of a $10 million endowment fund, I've got to help 100 people or 100 organizations earn $100,000 a year, and 100 people and or organizations build a net worth of $1 million. So the bottom line is, if you're working through the yen, That means you've got access to me, because through having access to me and me working through the yen, it allows me to hit my target, because I don't have to be a part of it directly. I've just got to be able to help those organizations or those individuals make that $100,000 a year and build that net worth of $1 million. So that's what the deals are. So the bottom line is, put me to work.
Let's
make that thing happen. And again, guys, no need to talk about it. Be about it. Nate Scott, www.asknatescott.com, www.yenmovement.com. Take care and be blessed.
Peace.